Okay.
Alright.
Number 1. So,
No, I'm probably still clicking.
Is this review now?
I don't know what it feels like to be Clayton.
we'll kind of start the review over on Monday, or Tuesday, I mean.
Sorry, Timmy.
We'll try again later. So this is a normal assignment, but it is a review, but it doesn't have everything in it. What should I do?
Divide by 2.
No. It's not division, that's a square root symbol. So,
21 and 10.
see if any doubles, right? Okay, does this have any doubles? No. So, square root of 210 does not simplify. Does square root of x simplify? No. You have to have at least an x squared for it to have a square. So, for 1, I think this is the only one that does this. We'll just put does not simplify. Hmm?
That's an 8.
It's a 3. So 21, 7 times 3. Number 3. Okay, does square root of 36 simplify?
66.
Okay, square root of 36 is exactly what?
A square root.
Girls? 6, right? So what am I going to do with that 6?
Multiply by 10.
Put times 10 out there, so it's just 60. Does anything else simplify?
V squared.
V squared. What's the square root of V squared?
V.
V. How about the square root of U? Does not
Can't do
simplify.
anything.
Right. You guys follow that?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I did not
Should
get
there be
that at all.
two?
Why did you be 60?
Yeah, did you mean to put a 60 instead of a 6 and then a B?
Yeah.
Like on the
Why
last
did you
part.
be 60?
There's a 10 up there.
Yeah, but in the last part. In the last
Yeah,
part.
I'm so confused
Oh, I
right now.
forgot that's 0.
Ah.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5.
3 square root of 54. Okay, so what should we do first?
Divide, or not divide, simplify 9 and 6.
Alright, so this is going to be 3 square root of, whoops, circled the wrong one. 3 square root of 6.
Wait.
So it would be 9 squared is 6.
So 3,
Okay, I was so confused. How did you get 60? Oh.
square root of 36 is 6.
And then times the 10. Oh, that's a 30. You have a paper.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Okay,
Okay.
so this is 3 squared of 6. So we have 3 times 3 squared of 6, which is,
9 squared is 6.
but we want to leave a little bit of blank right there, right? How do we do square root of n to the 4th?
Divide by 2.
Yeah,
The exponent.
remember, yeah, you can do exponents divided by root. 4 divided by 2 is
Dose.
2 with no remainder, so it's just m2 out there. Okay, for the n's, what's 5 divided by 2?
Dose with the remainder of 1.
2 with the remainder of 1. So that means n squared is coming out
And an N.
and n is left in it. Okay,
I don't know about Easton. Clayton's not sick though.
where is he at?
Rocket League tournament.
Wait, if I wanted to bus like that.
Okay, so you guys know what square root of 24 turns into?
Yeah.
2 square root of 6. Shh. Okay, so we have 2 times, girls, I'm about to split you again. Stop talking. 2 times 2 squared of 6 is 4 squared of 6. Okay, over here we've got, yeah, 2 squared of 2. And over here we have 3 squared of 6. Okay, is there anything else I can do?
Simplify the first term of the last term.
Yeah. You can only add like terms. So 4 squared of 6 minus 3 squared of 6 is what? Square root of 6. And then the minus 2 square root of 2. What are you going to say?
I think I figured it out.
Okay. Number 7. Or number 9. We're already on the second page of the packet, Emily. See?
Oh, why is there so much?
I know, we're not even halfway.
Yeah, but like, it's like,
That's why it's
it's like,
It's not longer than.
Okay. On number 9, which of those terms simplifies?
20.
Yeah, on number 9, only square root of 20 simplifies. 6 is just 2 times 3, and 5 is just 5. So the only thing we can do is simplify square root of 20, which is, so we have negative 3 square root of 5 minus 2 square root of 5 minus square root of 6.
So then it'd be negative 5 square root of 5?
Right, negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5 square root of 5. Minus square root of 6. Basically, it's just negative 3 minus 2, negative 5. Probably gotta make the test closer to this thing than what we did yesterday. Kind of forgot how hard that test was from last year, but I'll try to make it a little more like this one. This one doesn't have like Pythagorean theorem on it, but that will be on the test. What else?
Graphing?
Graphing, that will be on the test.
wait, so is the test Tuesday or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
You can consider this part of your review. And we'll go over a little bit more on Tuesday, but we'll talk more about Pythagorean theorem and graphing on Tuesday also. Lost my place. Where am I?
So will we have like a worksheet on Tuesday? Or will we just do what we did yesterday?
We'll do it on the board stuff. Probably. Okay, all of these simplify. Actually, these are both square root of 18, so we could put them together before we simplify.
I agree.
45, 9 times 5, right?
Oh.
So we have 3 square root of 5 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9 square root of 5. What's negative 2 square root of 18 plus 3 square root of 18?
Square root of 18.
Yeah, 1 square root of 18. But 18 does have a double in it because
3 and 3 and 2.
it's got a couple 3's in it.
Two.
Right. So we got 9 square root of 5 plus 3 square root of 2. All right. What kind of problem is this?
Oil.
Distributive.
Distributed, same thing.
So square root of 15 times square root of 5 plus square root of 15 times 3. Now, didn't we just do 45 a second ago?
Yeah. It's 3 square root of
3 square root of 5. Okay, what's going to go into 75?
5.
So it's, 5 square root of 3.
So like the opposite is 3 square root of 5.
Do those add together?
No.
No, they don't. You don't bless belches. Curse them. What kind of problem is 15? 16.
Distributive.
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 Okay. What's square root of 5 times 3? 3 square root of 5. Can't really do anything with that. Okay, everybody listen, because somehow we still haven't got this. What's square root of 5 times square root of 5? 5.
Square root of 10.
Do those mix?
No.
Okay. It's square root of 25, which is 5. Okay, 17.
Another distributive.
Another distributive. Looks like FOIL starts on 18.
Ugh. Nobody likes foil.
I don't like this one.
Okay, how do we do 2 square root of 5 times 4 square root of 2? Well, you multiply the stuff together that actually goes, the order of multiplication doesn't matter, so we multiply whatever we can. 2 times 4 is 8.
Square root of 10.
5 times 2 is square root of 10. Does square root of 10 simplify? No, it does not. Minus 2 times 4, 8, square root of 50. Does
Which
square root of
does
Does
reduce.
simplify.
Yeah.
5 and 10, 2 and 5, 5 square root of 2.
How about
40 square
2?
root of 2.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing.
8 times 5 square root of 2 is 40 square root of 2. So 8 square root of 10,
Minus 40 square.
40 square root of 2.
Whoa.
That's not
Oh.
foil.
Page 3 of the packet.
Now we're halfway through the packet.
No, technically we're like a quarter of the way.
We've only done this. We've only done this side.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We've only done the odds.
So, what kind of problem is 19?
Oil.
Foil.
Coil. Ew, I don't like coil. Or trash.
Okay, so foil means first,
Outside.
outside.
Whoa.
You went for that.
Hold on.
Shh, okay, so what's negative 2 square root of 3 times square root of 3? What's square root of 3 times square root of 3?
3.
3 times 2,
Negative 6.
6. So it's negative 6. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 was 3, times the 2 that's already there is 6. And there's a negative there also. Okay, outside, negative 2 times 3.
Negative 6.
Square root of 3 times square root of 5.
Square root of 15.
Square root of 15. Does square root of 15 simplify?
No.
No. Okay, that was first outside. Inside,
Square root of 15.
square root of 15. Still doesn't simplify, right? And then, what's square root of 5 times,
See ya.
the normal bells are back on. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5, times 3.
15.
3 square root of 25.
Wait, how do you, what, the last time,
Oh, yeah.
wait.
On the first, we did square root of 3 times square root of 3 times 2. Alright, can I simplify this?
Yes.
What's negative 6 plus 15? And negative 6 plus 1.
Negative 5 square.
Will we ever have like a chapter where we don't just leave it like this, we actually like solve it
No.
and give it a
The
decimal?
only thing you could do, well, the decimal, you just plug in the calculator, there's no point. There are some, like, if this was a real world problem, like we need to find the length of this, whatever, you probably want the decimal answer, but in math, it's not, the decimal answer will be infinite, so we just leave it like this instead of rounding it off. Okay, one more FOIL problem.
When are we ever going to use these on like a regular day basis?
Never.
The weather.
You're gonna have to be like an engineer or something to use
Let's
stuff like
I'm
that.
not going to be an engineer, so why?
I'm gonna be an artist, so like, you know.
If that works out.
Skyler.
Wow.
Giving out the crap. Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro.
I just hope Skylar's bronze job works out.
What did you say? What did you say?
He goes, I hope Skylar's prom job works out.
I hope it doesn't. So I never have to see you ever again.
Whoa!
Why
Skylar.
would you work here, bro? I'm gonna quit school.
Okay,
Mr. Jordan, do you go to prom He's
I don't-
there every day, bro.
no, I saw you like once. I don't go as much as I used to, but.
What?
Okay, same thing, square root first, square root of 3 times square root of 3 3
9.
times negative 4.
Negative 12.
Okay, outside square root of 3 times square root of 2
Negative 4 square root
is
of 6.
square root of 6. So it's, yeah, negative 4 just stays there. What's the inside going to be?
Square root of 6.
Did you like make this the test?
And then the last, I might put some of these on here for the test. What's square root of 2 times square root of 2?
2.
But it won't be the whole test, no.
I'd rather do this than we did yesterday.
Okay, yeah, yesterday was probably too hard. It's more like an algebra 2 thing, I think. Negative 12 plus 2,
Negative 10.
negative 4 square root of 6 plus 1 square root of 6.
Negative 3 square root of 6.
That's crazy, bro.
Mr. Jordan,
Maybe
we're
you
done
call
with this.
him.
Can I have your autograph?
No. Okay, 23.
I gotta get it.
You know what, they kind of skipped over this, but let me go ahead and ask, like, what do we do if it's just like 3 over square root of 5?
You square it times it by 5.
By square root
Times
of
the
5.
top and bottom by square root of 5. But on 3, it's a little more complicated. What do we do in this situation?
That's crazy, bro.
Okay, how do we get rid of the square roots? We multiply by the conjugate. Square root of 3 minus 2 square root of 2.
Do you have an eraser?
Are you sure?
She's
I
kind of
can't
like
have your
arm in
autograph?
the bag.
I kind of need your autograph right
Oh.
now. Yay!
What is this?
Thank you.
Like a booger.
She wanted it to look like you.
That's why she. Okay, on the top, it's kind of the distributive property. 3 times square root of 3,
Square 3 square root of 3.
and 3 times negative 2 square root of 2.
Negative square root of 2.
Okay, the bottom is a FOIL problem except for what?
The outside inside cancels out.
Okay, when you do conjugates, you can just do the first and the last. You could do the whole thing, but they'll just cancel out. So the first, what's square root of 3 times square root of 3?
3.
3. The last, what's, okay, square root of 2 times square root of 2
Square root of 4 of 2.
is 2, times 2 times 2. Lots of 2's. 2 times 2 is 4, square root of 2 times square root of 2 is
So
2.
negative 8?
4 times 2 is 8. Yeah, so there's one
So
negative.
then it'd be negative 5.
Yeah, so the top, we already wrote it, but, and the bottom, can I do anything else?
No, please, let's not.
So
No.
funny.
The book might, our book,
Shh.
our book might not leave the negative right there. They might like distribute it out on the top, like divide the top by -1. So our book might write it like this, but both of them are correct, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, 25.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
It's kind of nice. It's not that hard. Easton's fine.
Houston. All right. So what's my first step here?
Multiply the bottom by 2 squared root of 3 minus 5 squared root of 2.
That sounds painful.
It really does.
That's what we just did on the last problem. Okay, so the top is 5 times this, so it's just distribute.
10 squared root of 3.
5 times 2 is 10 square root of 3.
Wait, Mr. J.
5 times 5 is 25 square root of 2. What?
So we have to like look at a minus whenever we times it.
There's a negative right there.
Wait, is it a negative? Because like on the one below the 5, it's a plus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you switch these, yes. If this was a minus, you change it to a plus.
Okay.
Alright. So, and also when you do that, you only have to do first and last. So the first, what's 2 times 2?
4.
Square root of 3 times square root of 3.
3.
9, which is
3.
3.
4 times 3 is...
12.
Okay, so the first is 12. The last, what's 5 times negative 5?
5.
Negative 25. Square root of 2 times square root of 2. 2. Negative 25 times 2.
Negative 50.
Um,
Oh my goodness, that's a big number.
Ow.
Now,
Negative 30.
even not special calculators could do this because it comes out without a square root. So, anyways, that's pretty much the answer, except for 12 minus 50 is
Negative 38.
Mr. Jordan, what time do you wake up in the morning?
okay. What should we do on this one?
If I
Depends on the school day.
You said 5.
If it's not a school day, like noon.
All right. Save the hardest for last here. So
Thank you, I guess.
I don't want to spend like 10 minutes on this. The first, square root of 5 times 4. This one's harder because the top's a FOIL problem, right? Not just distribute. The outside is square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5 times 3 is 15. The inside is 5 times 4. And the last is 5 times 3, 15 square root of 5.
That's
Okay, the bottom, the first is 4 times 4.
16.
And the last is negative 3.
Negative 9, 5. 45.
Alright, why don't you come up here, Olivia? It's a decent spot.
Don't punish me like this, Mr. Jordan. Don't punish me like this.
wait,
Don't be giggling with Eli either.
No.
Eli, I'll be on the push marker. No. Wait,
so weird being happy right now.
No.
I'm up for it.
Okay, so negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is
5.
negative 9 times 5. Okay, what can we do on the top? 4 square root of 5 plus 15 square root of 5 is 19 square root of 5. 15 plus 20 16 minus 45. That was a tough one. Toughy. 28's kind of like
You
it.
should not add the one part. You should be able to
Let's, for time's sake, let's get 29, 30. You wanna do,
Okay.
I'll
say-
say skip this whole page.
you say 30's a bonus.
And we still have to do 29.
This is.
Yeah, I'm skipping. Yeah, do Tuesday.
That means I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and until next out.
Okay. On the square, solving the equations, what do we need to do first?
Add 2.
Plus 2, yeah. You want to get the square root by itself, so get rid of that minus 2 first. This is the assignment where I expect you to show work. The reason I'm not picking on work on these is because some people just use the calculator, and I'm fine with that. What'd you say, CR? Yeah. We want to get rid of the square root, right? We're trying to get n by itself. How do I get rid of a square root?
You square it.
Square it. But if you do it to one side, you have to do it to the other. 10 squared is,
100.
what's the right side going to be?
N minus 7.
Okay, so to get n by itself, we just need to plus 7. Alright, the directions say, remember to check for extraneous solutions. What do you think that means?
Check.
Sometimes you get extra answers that don't actually work. If I plug 107 in, 107 minus 7 is 100. Square root of 100 is 10. Minus 2 is
8.
so it's right. I'm
Right.
guessing at least one of these is a no solution, but I don't have the answers in front of me.
So how do you know what formula is correct?
If you plug it in, it doesn't work. Alright, so we want to get the square root by itself first, so how do I get rid of that negative 8?
Divide
Plus
by negative
8.
Okay, what's happening between negative 8 and this radical?
They're multiplying.
Multiply.
So you divide by negative 8.
Yeah.
So to get rid of the multiplied value, we're going to divide.
Well, I thought I was right for once. I ain't even gonna lie. What was that goofy laugh?
Okay,
You're funny, Ryan.
now we got the square root by itself. What do we do?
You square them both.
So over here we just have 18a. Over here we have 36. What is 36 divided by 18?
2.
2. Let's see if it works. 2 times 18 is 36. Square root of 36 is 6. Times negative 8. Negative 48.
Mr. Jordan,
What?
I think you should just like give Lennox an A on the test. Why?
This is gonna
Okay. What's our first step on this one?
It wasn't a question.
Adding 9.
Adding 9, yes. That'll get rid of that guy. Negative 3 plus 9.
Wait, wouldn't it be? Oh wait, never mind.
Now what?
Then you divide.
Mm,
Multiply. Square.
mm.
Girl.
Okay, once you get the square root by itself, you want to get rid of it by squaring. Now we're kind of back to chapter 2 here, right? Back to the basics.
Oh wait, I plus the my fault, my fault.
Ma'am, what are you doing? Can I help you? Your hands are somewhere where they should be.
Jaded.
Jaded. Ain't no way.
So since you skipped 29, can you skip 30?
Are you serious right
No.
now?
Oh.
30's bonus.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not one that works on the calculator, is it? Because I'm not getting a bonus for that. No, it definitely would not work on the calculator.
I bet I can make it work. A couple of
Not
B's,
with,
a
not
couple
with your
B's.
calculator. Not with your
Everybody's
calculator.
like this.
Just like a B multiple times, make it work. I mean, that's what I usually do.
Your
But like,
calculator.
still burns.
It's get 29, so you can like do that for
Yeah, I said you guys could skip those two, yeah.
Wait, are we doing?
You know what I can't wait for?
That's not it, right?
I can't wait for me to equalize.
I skipped 29, and I said you can do 30 for a bonus.
Is there any chance we get a new seating chart?
Honestly, bro, I like the CD chart.
I don't.
I'm chill with it. I'm chill with it.
I want the back table.
I'm chill.